I'll go up there. I'll just take that. Yeah. It's like just because I have kind of gotten confused.
Joseph's on our yeah, it's me all the time. Every day.
Every day.
I know there's different little, but like, yeah. Well, it's kind of sense, and I don't know, it's really like, kids get bigger, they have wagons, and I don't know what their age is, but they seem to have better than like the ones that
The elevator issues.
that's what got with their kids. It's like their kids, yeah, I know. So Joseph is so he's so certain things. The kids like to sit. So now we're like ready to slide. Yeah. And you're like, get like, so I love it.
Oh, I.
Whoever is not, I just write that. So whoever's not that's really and then we have your bag waiting for them to come back every like year whenever. Second one is, and then I usually stay with most of the baby.
And it like changed. It'd be like, I mean, people in Kinston, 1A small school, where a lot of them underserved students are going to school.
That's what I said, is because
those teachers are wonderful. So I just have a lot of them out there. And they work and they love letters from all sorts of houses to guys who live in that house. And they receive that that's on how I like to well, I'm all about like listening. She's got more programs. Let's keep it. So keep it going. Keep our what I know is she comes to me for that to automatically or if it does, it's all about let's educate the community about why their school went from the 97 to 87. It wasn't because Megan Driggers brings stare. How you doing? It's not that she knows.
That's good.
She's moving legislation. Let me tell you, she's got more bills than anybody without it. Well, Dad's on up there too.
All right. Kirk, call the roll, please.
Senator Albritton, Senator Butler, Senator Chastain, Senator Figures, Senator Gavan, Senator Hatcher, Senator Hovey, Senator Kelly, Senator Melson, Senator Roberts, Senator Sessions, Senator Singleton, Senator Smitherman, Senator Waggoner, Senator Allen, Senator Orr.
All right. 11 members are present. Clerk, call the most expedient bill, or that we got to put at the top. That would be
Senate Bill 245 by Senator Roberts.
Senator Roberts. I understand you're going to be leaving us soon.
In just a second. Yes, sir.
We'll move you to the top and then go from there. We have an amendment. This is
Sunset.
the sunset amendment. I'll offer the amendment.
I second it.
Seconded by Senator Smitherman. Any discussion? It expires December 31st, 2029. All right, it's been moved and seconded. Let's get a good roll on the amendment. Clerk, call the amendment.
Senator Albritton, Senator Butler, Senator Chastain, Senator Figurs,
On the amendment.
Okay.
Senator Gavan, Senator Hatcher, Senator Hovey, Senator Kelly,
Okay.
Senator Melson, Senator Roberts,
Aye.
Senator Sessions, Senator Singleton, Senator Smitherman,
Aye.
Senator Wagner, Senator Allen, Senator Orr.
12 ayes, 0 nays. The amendment's adopted. Senator Roberts.
Mr. Chairman, this is simply putting another type of health care that falls under the Affordable Care Act, gives parity between what we're currently doing. And I should have put the sunset on here. I knew it would get added, and I apologize for not doing that. But with that, I'm happy to answer any questions. And I know this will go into the illustrious pile to be further reviewed by us.
Is there a question? Senator Smitherman.
No, it's just a comment. Senator, first, because you give me the leave, for whatever reason, business reason, I need to just share this with you because you're going to be gone. I have the information you had requested on the floor. And you see this love I'm showing you? Show me some love.
Thank
That's
you,
all
sir.
I got to say. Thank you,
Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
All right.
Chairman.
Any other questions? All right. Is there a motion on the bill?
So moved.
All right. Senator Roberts moved, seconded by Senator Wagner. Senator Melson thirds and says it's going into the pile. That being said, is there any objection to?
I have a question first. I'm
Senator
sorry,
Figurs.
Mr. Chairman. What is the fiscal note on this?
1.5 million, if I'm not mistaken, Senator.
It looks to be correct.
So how does this differ? Can you explain exactly what this bill is going to do, Senator?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I've gotten some emails and calls that were against it, so I just want to hear it for myself.
It is Education Trust Fund, estimated average of 1.5 annually is what it is. Other insurance packages that are out there get this same preference, and I'm just asking for the same preference for our constituents all across the state that currently use this type of health insurance to get the same benefits that we all enjoy with our other insurance packages.
So this is a health insurance company?
Yes, ma'am.
And the name of it is Ministries?
Medishare.
Medishare is the one that I have
Medishare.
particularly in mind here.
Okay, is it in the bill?
No, ma'am, it's falls under the category of a ministry, a health care sharing ministry, and there's probably another one also.
Senator,
So what is the definition of that? I know it refers to a section in the code, but it's not in this bill. Can someone share with me what the definition of a health care sharing
It's those who,
ministry is?
it is where you pay premiums monthly, and then when you hear of someone else that's also in this cost sharing business and you have bills, you can turn it in and then they go to their entire pool and people will contribute money to cover those costs.
So is it churches? Is it denominations?
It's individuals.
No,
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 ma'am.
no. I'm not talking about
It's
the
not
premiums.
churches,
I'm talking about
it is
who's
a
gonna be getting the-
501(c).
So who's going to be getting this tax exemption, the 501c3, right?
Yes,
That's what
they
you're
currently
saying?
have it. Yes, ma'am.
Right, they have that as far as income taxes are concerned, but you are furthering taking $1.5 million out of the Education Trust Fund.
We
to-
currently don't have the same fairness that the other insurance premiums has
What
for
is the
those
fiscal
who pay
note that the
premiums.
other insurance companies are getting right now that's coming out of the Education Trust Fund?
Not the company, it's just the individual. You get to write it off your tax, take it off your taxes.
Senator, can you use your microphone? So, please, sir. Thank you. Senator Sessions.
If I'm, if I'm
Yeah, I
not
want some
mistaken,
clarification.
I think it's where you pay, like me, as self-employed, if I was still paying my health insurance at $1,500 a month, I'm allowed to deduct that off my a portion of that off my state income tax.
So right now, it's
As a
only
deduction.
for insurance companies like Blue Cross Blue Shield, Health United, those companies. That's what you're saying. So you want to add this one to it?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
I just
All I'm
wanted
seeking is
clarification. I just wanted
parity
to
for our
understand it.
citizens.
Just wanted to understand it.
Does this include the new farm health insurance plan?
Oh, I'm
I don't-
sure they'll be coming if there's an opportunity there, Senator.
Yeah, we've already given them the exception that they don't have to pay premium tax, so we're going to give them a cash benefit on this too?
I'm not, sir,
this
I'm
bill wouldn't
asking-
include that.
This
Oh,
includes
that was all I was
ministries,
asking.
This
sir.
is a
Thank you, sir.
health sharing. All right, seeing no other questions, the bill's been moved and seconded. Any objection to the previous roll that we had on the amendment, which was, all right. She's got them 14 ayes, 0 nays. Bill's given a favorable report.
Thank you, colleagues.
Senator Roberts. We wish you well as you move on. Clerk, call the first bill on the agenda.
House Bill 125 by Representative Collins.
Representative Collins, good to see you.
Good to be here again.
Welcome.
Thank you. This is a similar bill to the one I had last week. It's a grant this time instead of a loan reimbursement, and it is to encourage people who have dropped out of getting their undergraduate, their associate degree, or their graduate, their baccalaureate degree. It gives them a grant to go back to school to complete it. And what this bill does is it moves it currently. They have to be out of school for 2 years, but then they have to be a minimum of 25 years old. This moves that age limit back to 22 years old. So hopefully we could get them upskilled and in the workforce.
All right, Senator Smithman.
Questions?
Based on my understanding, and it could be more involved with this bill than my understanding, because of my limited time of being able to analyze it. But from my perspective, the way I understand it, I appreciate the bill, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because having an opportunity to participate in the confirmation process being in the Senate, one of the things that I've constantly asked people who are going to be on the secondary board, I guess the trustee, whatever we call them, is that we were so gung-ho, and we still are to a certain degree, and that's understandable, but we were so gung-ho about workforce development that it was the heck with academics. You know, that's really the tone, and that's, and I know it was because I did some grilling of folks on there, and this seems to me moving us back to an opportunity for people who want to go in that direction, and I think I've always thought that junior college was a stepping stone going in that direction, you know, and we seem to kind of got off track and lumped it over into vocational in the mindset of these people who are supposed to be running it. So this helps these young people who want to go back and complete their BS or complete their associate degree.
Correct.
In those areas, and not just a trade. You know, ain't nothing wrong with trades, but it's not just go to trade school and get this trade, you know, and so I want to commend you on that, because it's the first time I've seen something like this since we went on about 4, 5, 6 years ago on this workforce, you know, diet, and so thank you very much, and I'm in full support of it.
Thank you.
All right.
I'll second or move it either way you want to do it.
All right. Senator Smitherman applauds the bill. Is there a motion, Senator Smitherman?
It is.
All right. Senator Hatcher seconds it. Any other discussion? Any objection to previous roll? 13 ayes, 14 ayes, 0 nays. The bill is given a favorable report. Thank you,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Representative.
Thank you, committee.
Thank you.
All right. Call the next bill.
House Bill 116 by Representative Oliver.
Mr. Oliver, welcome.
Mr. Chairman and committee, glad to be here. This is an EMS bill. What it does is it takes an already existing program and expands it. Currently, the Alabama Community College System, Alabama Fire College, University of South Alabama conduct EMS training. This would expand it to include the Alabama Department of Public Health through the 6 regional EMS offices. In exchange for tuition reimbursement, students would enter into a contractual agreement with the program. The contract requires a student to work for a minimum of 2 years following successful completion of the EMS education program and licensure. The qualifying service placements would include a licensed ambulance service, a volunteer rescue squad, a volunteer fire department. And the reason we'd do that is because a lot of these people can't go to a 2-year college. They can't get off work. They're volunteers. So a good program that just expands something we already have. And with that, I'd ask for a favorable passage.
All right, any questions? Senator Jake? Yes, sir? Hovey?
I was going to make a motion to move for favorable, but I appreciate Representative Oliver bringing this. It's a big deal up in Tallapoosa County, which we share, and I'm excited that we give the opportunities for some further education for our volunteer firefighters up there. So I do make a motion.
Okay, so it's been moved by Senator Hovey, second by Senator Sessions. Senator Smitherman.
Do these placements, I guess, you correct me because I may have a misunderstanding, these placements, are they selected by the participant or they're selected by the, lack of a better word, organization that oversees what they're doing? And the reason I say that because many of these programs are targeted to get people in areas where you have a shortage or a need. And does this help target those areas? Or, for instance, say I'm from Birmingham, and if I want to be in this program, you said, look, you got to go to Silicaca, 'cause we don't have anybody up there, and for the 2 years you were talking about. Does this program do something like that, or how does that operate?
Well, pardon the expression, but we use the term onesies and twosies.
Okay.
You have somebody at the local fire department that wants this training. Through the EMS council, they can arrange to get an instructor for you. And it could work either by having a relationship with the EMS council or by the people at a local fire department or ambulance service getting together and requesting the instruction.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, any other questions, Senator Figures?
No, not about that bill. I want
sorry.
to go back. If you could recognize me when you finish with this, please.
Okay, any other questions? Any objection to the previous roll? You want to add Senator Singleton? 15 ayes, 0 nays. Bill's given a favorable report. Thank you,
Thank you, Mr.
Representative.
Mr. Chairman,
Senator Figures.
if you could mark me a no on SB 245, I understand that the individual health plan premiums are not tax deductible unless you're self-employed. This bill is not creating parity with ACA plans because these are not health insurance policies. Zero regulations or requirements, zero consumer protections, zero requirement to pay claims. It gives a tax benefit that other insurance plans don't have. So it is not making the same policy for others as it is. So if you would just mark me a no, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
You know, we'll dispense with calling the bill back and having it for. Is there anybody else that'd like their vote changed on that particular bill? All right, seeing none, we will do that. Senator Figures, and Ms. Doyle has done that. Clerk, call the next bill.
House Bill 183 by Representative DuBose.
Representative DuBose. Let me just say something before you get started, Representative. We do have an amendment, two amendments coming around on this bill. And then also, I want to tell the committee, I've noticed that the copies that you have before you are all the introduced versions except our next one, HB 342, but do you all have a kind of a messed up copy of 342, the next bill? Do y'all just have like a page behind that little paragraph? It's, yeah.
342?
So we've ordered, that's the next bill Ms. DuBose has.
Okay.
So we've ordered the full bill copy to be brought up from bill
that's it.
service, and the others that are just introduced, those did not have amendments on them in the House. So the bill service just did the introduced version since there were no amendments put on, and that's the reason that you don't see the engrossed version. But I've requested from now on, we definitely need the engrossed for all the versions, whether they were amended or not. All right, Ms. DuBose, tell us about your bill.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a bill that allows homeschoolers to participate in career tech programs. We have had this the last couple of years. It's passed out of the Education Committee in both Senate and House. And as you know, career tech is a big focus in our state the last couple of years, and that's one of those, it's really hard to replicate career tech programs in the homeschool environments. So this allows our homeschoolers to attend homeschool or attend career tech programs when there is room. The districts make their own policies, and of course, the students enrolled in the public schools would have first dibs on positions, and if there's room, the public school students could be admitted. And then the two amendments that I have, one is brought forth from the Superintendent's Association that simply also says that students within the district would have first priority over students that happen to live outside of the school district.
So, members, I don't see an amendment here that says that. I've got two of the same that were passed out. So, I'll tell you what to do. We're going to carry HB 183 over, Ms. DuBose, and since when it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
So, members, we're going to carry 183 over, and we're going to get that amendment that she referred to, get that printed and brought up here, and we're going to move on to HB 341. So, and that one we don't have.
Is it 342?
342.
Do you have that bill?
Do we have that bill? We don't have that bill. That one's missing. No, that's the one that's missing. So, Ms. DuBose, welcome to Senate FTE. We apologize for all the copying errors. Don't leave. Stay close. But we're going to have to move on to HB 341. HB 341, Mr. Starnes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and committee members. House Bill 341 is a tax exemption for the Alabama National Guard traditional soldiers, and those are soldiers that work 1 weekend out of the month, 2 weeks out of the year, for the first $5,000 state income tax. And the purpose of this bill is to provide targeted financial relief to Alabama National Guard members, support recruitment and retention for the Guard personnel, recognize the service and readiness requirements of Guard members, align Alabama with other states offering military tax incentives. If this bill passes, it takes effect in January 27. Its cost is $1.9 million, and thereafter for a full fiscal year is $2.6 million. If you have any questions.
All right, Mr. Starnes, we've got the sunset amendment we'd like to put on this bill.
So moved.
And that's coming around. Senator Smitherman moves. Senator Smitherman, I will put your name on here if you're.
That's fine.
All right. And he offers, I'll second Senator Smitherman's motion to adopt the sunset amendment. Is there any discussion on that? Any objection to the previous roll on the sunset amendment? All right, 15 ayes, 0 nays. The amendment is adopted. Now we're back on the bill. Any questions, Senator Smith?
I have a question. You said other states. Can you name them and tell me how many it is that's doing this?
Yes, sir. I've got South Carolina, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, New York, Utah, Arizona, and Nebraska.
So 6 out of 52 states are doing this.
Yes, sir.
And so that's why you said we ought to do it, because the other states are doing this?
Well, I think we should do it for our National Guard soldiers, our assets.
Okay, I'm for the National Guard, but I'm also for my students in public schools. We're taking money directly out of their coffins.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's a problem. That's a serious problem. I know it feels good to do that for the National Guard, but it don't feel good to take money out of these kids' pockets for reading and for everything else we got. You know, we giving money everywhere, north, south, east, and west. Choice money, private money over here, and now we taking money out. I know this is probably not a question to ask, because I won't ask you, but I'll make a statement like this. You know, I've been here since 1994, and there was once upon a time that if we ever took a cut, like what you're asking the legislature to do, we found you had to bring whatever the condescending revenue from somewhere else to have that cut. I don't see no revenue coming from nowhere else, and we're cutting our kids, and we aren't showing anywhere else where we are going to put that money back. So I have a serious problem with this, and I just wanted to let you know that. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Senator Singleton.
Yeah, I want to ask, what is the physical note on this?
Yes, sir. It was 1.9 million for the 27.
Is this
starting January, and then 2.6 thereafter.
This is just because they're a member, is not service related or training or anything related that they get, just because they're a member of the Guard?
Yes, sir. This is traditional guardsmen. These are soldiers that work full-time jobs other than the National Guard. So these are part-time soldiers that work 1 weekend out of the month, 2 weeks out of the year. And I'm just asking to exempt the drill status.
Yeah, this is for drill pay.
Yes,
that,
sir.
I mean, when they're in doing not just doing the regular job, but actually performing Guard services during their drill, their 2 weeks or weekends or whatever.
Yes, sir.
It could. It's the first. It could be less. It probably depends if you're a buck private versus a colonel or something.
But I was interested in what the bill said. Did it say first
Up to.
5,000? I thought he said the first
$5,000.
Yeah.
So that means that if they make $3,000, they're still going to get
Up
that
to
extra
three.
too.
No, it'd just be up to that $3,000 would be exempt from taxation.
Okay, so the sponsor says that it's the first $5,000. He didn't say
That's right.
up to.
Well, but then after 5,000, imagine if you made $6,000 because you were a colonel.
But what if you made $3,000 is my question. You're still going to get that additional $2,000.
No, it's just you didn't get to 5,000. And correct me, Representative, if I'm wrong. That's how I read it.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if you're just a lower paid individual in the Guard, lower ranked, you'd get up to but no more than 5,000 if you made more than 5,000.
Yes, sir.
Since we tax exempting everybody, I think since the legislators don't have retirement, we ought to exempt our income too.
I bet Senator Allen would stand up and sing the national anthem if that were to happen.
You're welcome.
Any more questions on this particular bill? All right, is there a motion? All right, Senator Albritton moves, Senator Sessions seconds. All right, any objection to the previous roll or? Okay, let's call the long roll.
Senator Albritton, Senator Butler, Senator Chastain, Senator Figures,
No.
Senator Gavan, Senator Hatcher. Thank you. Senator Hovey, Senator Kelly, Senator Melson, Senator Roberts, Senator Sessions, Senator Singleton, Senator Smitherman,
No for the public kids.
Senator Wagner, Senator Allen, Senator Orr.
11 ayes, 3 nays, 1 abstention. The bill is given a favorable report. Thank you,
Thank you,
Representative.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Senator.
that's right at $4 million in less than 10 minutes that we just took from the Education Trust Fund.
That's right.
Well, it hadn't passed yet.
Okay.
So, Representative DuBose, let's try it again. Okay, we've got HB 183 now, and we have before us, we've just passed around The amendment that you were discussing, I think, came from the Superintendent's Association. So that amendment's here before us now. So can you
Yes, sir.
tell us about that?
So that amendment requires that students that reside within the district where the public school exists would have first priority to attending that career tech program ahead of any out-of-district students.
Okay. I will offer that amendment. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator Hatcher.
Question.
Any discussion on that?
Yeah. My question is that we've been doing a lot with ReEngage Act and all of these other acts that we have where the dollar follow the child. Will this money go back to help pay in the public school what this kid is being learned in the public school? It's in the amendment?
The homeschool student pays any course that you
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure that public schools getting their fair share of this money that's
Yes,
being
sir.
floating around. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
Thank you.
Senator Smithman.
Okay, how are they gonna be designated, what amount and who they pay?
Well, that's up to each school district based on what the class may be. Some may be more expensive than others, but that would be up to each school district to set those guidelines.
All right, Senator Sessions.
If I may, the amendment also states the local board may permit. It doesn't say they shall or have to. So depending on what the local board wants to do, Senator Smithman, I think that gives it a lot of flexibility.
All right, any other questions?
Thank you, Sam.
All right, the amendment's been moved and seconded. Any objection to using the previous roll, which was split? Do we want to, let's call a new roll on the amendment. This is the amendment from the Superintendent's Association.
Senator Albritton? Senator Butler? Senator Chastain? Senator Figures? Senator Gavan? Senator Hatcher? Senator Hovey? Senator Kelly? Senator Melson? Senator Roberts? Senator Sessions? Senator Singleton? Senator Smitherman?
Aye.
Senator Waggoner? Senator Allen? Senator Orr? 15.
All right, 15 ayes, 0 nays. The amendment is adopted. Representative, we got a second amendment.
Yes, this is one that just defines homeschool student and refers to our code, a K through 12 student who receives home-based instruction as authorized in the section of the code.
All right, I will offer that amendment. Is there a second? Second by Senator Allen. Any questions on the amendment, Senator Smitherman?
I don't understand the amendment. Would you explain it?
It defines a homeschool student as a K through 12 student who receives home-based instruction.
Just the definition of what a home student?
Yes, sir.
That's all that is?
That's all it is.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, any objection to the previous roll on the amendment? Seeing none, 15 ayes, 0 nays. The amendment is adopted. Now we're on the bill. Any questions on the bill? Is there a motion on the bill?
Move favorable.
All right, Senator Albritton moved favorable. Senator Waggoner seconded. Is there any discussion? Senator Smitherman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think that I've had some conversation with the sponsor last year regarding this bill, so I don't think that what I'm going to say is anything foreign or whatsoever, maybe to some of you all. But first of all, I've had numerous complaints from superintendents, and as I shared with some of my colleagues over here a few minutes ago, and some of these superintendents are from what what people traditionally call, when they start talking about blue or red, these are red counties. It's not counties, not even in my district, but I'm getting these calls. And they have serious concern because of these students. There are responsibilities for these students, and these students are not enrolled as a student, not a course, but a student at these schools. And they've cited numerous situations where discipline and all of that has become a problem. That's one of the concerns that has been stressed tremendously to me. The other thing is just simply this, and this is just my fundamental beliefs and feelings, is that if the public school is so bad that you don't want to go and you decide to stay at home, and that's fine, whatever way people educate their kids, then don't come back and cherry pick out of the school the one or two things you want, but you don't want to be a part of the school and you don't want to contribute. This has Senator from the Black Belt said, is that this money follows people. And these people are getting money, whether it be the Choice Act or the accountability. I guess that's what it is we used to do, or we still doing. They're getting the money, but at the same time, the school that they want to go to is not getting the money. So we're not providing support for those public schools, which y'all been knowing I've been hollering about since I've been in this place from '94, and still gonna do that. We don't want to give them money, but we want to get these folk pockets of money to do what they want to do, and then we want to go back over here where we don't want to give no money, and then because they got something good going on, we want to get in there so this student can be a part of it and don't have to be governed under the full-fledged restrictions of being a student itself at this school. I have problems with that. I have serious problems with that. You know, so she knows, I mean, Representative know that. We've talked about that before. And so I cannot support this bill in any shape, form, or fashion the way that it is right now. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any other comments? Seeing none, let's call the roll on the passage of the bill as amended.
Senator Albritton? Senator Butler? Senator Chastain? Senator Figures? Senator Gavan? Senator Hatcher? Senator Hovey? Senator Kelly? Senator Melson? Senator Roberts? Senator Sessions? Senator Singleton? Senator Smitherman?
No. No.
Senator Wagner? Senator Allen? Senator Orr?
Okay, 14 ayes, 1 nay. The bill's given a favorable report. Thank you,
Thank you,
Representative. Just stay right there, and we will call up HB 342, which now have copies before you, members, and it's the engrossed version. Looks like it passed pretty overwhelmingly in the House. Tell us about your bill, Representative.
Yes, thank you very much. This bill, HB 342, codifies Governor Ivey's executive order that allows Alabama to participate in the federal tax credit program to fund K through 12 scholarships. This begins in the year 2027, and this is where every Alabamian can receive a dollar-for-dollar federal tax credit of up to $1,700 per person, and that would come back to Alabama in the form of scholarships for our students.
All right, Senator Smitherman.
I just move for a report, because we have everybody. We ain't penalizing nobody, so I'm all for that. Thank you.
Okay, Senator Smitherman moves favorable. Is there a second? Second, Senator Allen. Any discussion? Any objection to the previous roll? Senator Smitherman, I think you want to be an aye on this. I
want to be an aye on it.
15 ayes, 0 nays. Bill's given favorable report. Thank you, Representative.
Thank you, committee. Thank you.
All right, let's call the last bill, SB 280. Senator Wagner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Under our present law, a state employee and a teacher can purchase credit for other public service except service to the federal government. This bill closes that gap. Employees will pay the full actuarial cost as determined by the retirement system in Alabama. I do have a substitute.
Right, that's being distributed right now, members. If we can get that around to look at, and
I'll move adoption of the substitute.
Okay, Senator Wagner moves adoption of the substitute, and Senator Milson seconds. Let me discuss the substitute. So the substitute comes from RSA. I reached out to Ms. Scott and we discussed it. We have some changes in here on line 26. It's only folks that have can only move up to 4 years of credible 4-year service in the federal non-military. We already allow this, my understanding is, for military, so that's something that they can't attain more. They've got to have not less than 10 years of regular service here at the state. So there are a lot of guardrails that Ms. Scott put in this substitute. It's agreeable with the sponsor, I believe, and if there's any questions, I bet Ms. Scott's around. We can find her. There she is. She can come explain it much better than I, but it's been moved and seconded. Any objection to using the previous unanimous roll? All right, seeing none, 15 ayes, 0 nays, the substitute's adopted.
Move
On the
adoption
bill,
of the bill as substituted.
Senator Waggoner moves, Senator Allen seconds. Any discussion on the bill as substituted? All right, seeing none, 15 ayes, 0 nays, the bill is given a favorable report. Before you stand up, we'll talk budget and budget timing. Chairman Garrett will have the budget up here next week. And then, as you know, we'll have spring break not too far after that. So I would see us have it taken up the budget most likely the week we come back in April, the first week in April, because there's just not a lot of time. The House version, Chairman Garrett, while we have our divides, I won't call them disagreements, but we're divided in certain areas. He has the football now and has the final say, but we've worked very well. Your request, I'd say most all the requests of the Senate, we've discussed and gone over, and he has been accommodating however he could be, as he could be. So my request of you all as committee members is this: when the House has its budget out next week, if you'd please ask your assistant to get a copy of it, review it, and come see me if if there's questions you have or things you want to discuss further. That would be the best way to roll on such a short timetable that we're going to have in the Senate being the second to get, and also with spring break intervening in there as we finish up this session. So again, my ask is get the House version, review it, look at it, and not just the budget, the supplemental appropriation, the A&T appropriation, look at all of it. And then if you want to come see me, let's talk. But don't hang out till the week of passage up here in the Senate when we have it scheduled to hit the committee and hit the floor. That's a little too late to start making decisions. So with a lot of things in that House version that, again, members here requested and were concerned about and wanted to see happen. So we worked those in as best we could in the House because we knew we were going to have a short timetable.
Mr. Chairman, I love when there's a little riff in the water.
Do what?
I love it when a little riff in the water. It ain't all calm and smooth.
Yeah. Oh, nothing comes smooth anymore.
All right. I just want to know.
Nothing's easy.
There's a chance for change when there's a little.
That's
riff
all right.
in the
There's
water.
always, ain't
no kumbaya sessions y'all done had downstairs.
But right now, Senator Garrett Representative Garrett has a football, and we'll get it eventually. But we got to be ready to sprint when we get it. All right. Very well. That being said, we are adjourned. Thank you, members.